Welcome back to our channel. Now you know me, I like a bit of a classic. Give me a nice old Bentley or a vintage Jag any day. But even I have to admit, the electric car, well, it's here to stay, isn't it? And they're not all milk floats anymore, are they? Some of them are quite zippy. Today we're counting down the top 10 electric vehicles you can buy in the UK for 2024. Whether you're after cutting-edge tech, impressive range, or luxurious features, we've got you covered. We'll be looking at everything from the practical to the downright sporty. And trust me, there are some real surprises in store. So put the kettle on, settle in, and let's dive into the exciting world of electric cars. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the Tesla Model 3. And I know, another Tesla. Honestly, you can't talk about electric cars without mentioning Tesla. The Model 3 is a jolly good car. With a range of up to 360 miles, it's more than enough for most commutes. It comes equipped with their impressive autopilot system. The interior is minimalist, clean, and futuristic. It feels a bit like sitting in an Apple product. And then there are the over-the-air updates. All in all, the Tesla Model 3 is a remarkable bit of kit. Prices start around £42,000, which isn't exactly cheap, but good things rarely are. At number 9 we have the Ford Mustang Mach-E. Now I know what you're thinking, a Mustang, electric, whatever next. I had my doubts too. A Mustang should have a big throaty V8, not a bunch of batteries. But this thing is an absolute hoot to drive. It's got that instant torque that electric cars are known for, and it really shifts. 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, which is ludicrous for its size. The Mach-E is also surprisingly practical. Decent-sized boot and plenty of room in the back for passengers. And the range? Up to 379 miles on a single charge. The interior is more traditional than the Tesla. Proper buttons and dials for climate control. The Sync 4A infotainment system is quite good. Responsive, easy to use with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The best part? It's still recognizable as a Mustang. Muscular haunches, long bonnet, and aggressive stance. It might not have a V8, but it still looks the part. Prices start at around £47,000. Coming in at number 8 is the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Now Hyundai, as you know, they've come a long way, haven't they? They used to make cars that were, shall we say, a bit uninspired. But the Ioniq 5, this is something else. First of all, it looks like nothing else on the road. It's like something out of a science fiction film with its sharp angles, pixelated lights, and that retro-futuristic vibe. It's certainly a head-turner, and I rather like it. But it's not all style over substance. The Ioniq 5 is also a very capable car. It's got a range of up to 315 miles, which is respectable, and it can charge incredibly quickly on a compatible charger. We're talking 10% to 80% in just 18 minutes. That's faster than it takes to have a cuppa, that is. And the interior? Well, it's spacious, airy, and very well appointed. It feels much more premium than its price tag would suggest. There's plenty of room for passengers, both front and rear, and the boot is a decent size too. It's also packed with technology, of course. You've got all the usual driver assistance systems, a large touchscreen infotainment system, and even a head-up display that projects information onto the windscreen. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 starts at around £43,000. Chapter 4. At number 7 we have the Volkswagen ID. 4. Now Volkswagen, they know a thing or two about making cars, don't they? They've been doing it for donkey's years, and the ID. 4 is their first proper attempt at a mass-market electric car. And you know what? It's a cracking effort. It's not as flashy as some of the other cars on this list, but it's a solid, dependable all-rounder. It's like the Labrador of electric cars. Friendly, reliable, and always happy to see you. The ID. 4 is all about practicality. It's got a spacious interior, with plenty of room for passengers and luggage. It's comfortable to drive, easy to park, and it comes with a decent amount of standard equipment. The range is up to 323 miles, which is more than enough for most people's daily needs, and like the Hyundai, it can charge up pretty quickly on a fast charger. It's not the most exciting car to look at, I'll grant you. It's a bit anonymous, but sometimes that's all you need. The Volkswagen ID. 4 starts at around £39,000. Chapter 5. Coming in at number 6 is the Nissan Ariya. Now Nissan, they were one of the first manufacturers to really take electric cars seriously, weren't they? The Leaf, remember that? It was everywhere a few years ago. The Ariya is their latest attempt to woo electric car buyers, and it's a much more stylish affair than the Leaf. It's got a sleek, coupe-like profile, a distinctive front end, and a rather smart interior. It's also got a decent range of up to 310 miles, and it's available with Nissan's ProPilot driver assistance system, which is one of the better systems on the market. And if you want a bit more oomph, you can even get it with a dual motor setup that gives you all-wheel drive and a decent turn of speed. Not that I condone speeding, of course. The Nissan Ariya starts at around 45,000 pounds. Chapter 6. At number 5 we have the Kia EV6. Now Kia, they're another manufacturer that's really upped their game in recent years, haven't they? They're making some really stylish and well-built cars these days. And the EV6 is no exception. It's a handsome devil, with its sharp lines, sporty stance, and that distinctive light bar at the rear. It's certainly one of the more striking electric cars on the market. But it's not just a pretty face. The EV6 is also a very capable car. It's got a range of up to 328 miles, it's quick to charge, and it's even available with all-wheel drive. And the interior? Well, it's spacious, comfortable, and packed with technology. It's a very nice place to be. The Kia EV6 starts at around 44,000 pounds. Coming in at number 4 is the BMW i4. Now BMW, they know a thing or two about making driver's cars, don't they? They've built their reputation on it, and the i4 is no different. It might be electric, but it's still a proper BMW. It's got that rear-wheel drive handling, that sharp steering, and that sporty feel that BMWs are known for. But it's also a very refined and luxurious car. The interior is beautifully appointed with high-quality materials and a very driver-focused cockpit. And the technology is top-notch, as you'd expect from a BMW. The range is up to 367 miles, which is one of the longest on this list. And if you go for the top-of-the-range M50 model, you get a whopping 536 brake horsepower. That's enough to give some supercars a run for their money. The BMW i4 starts at around 55,000 pounds. At number 3, we have the Audi Q4 e-tron. Now Audi, they're known for their stylish and sophisticated cars, aren't they? And the Q4 e-tron is no exception. It's a very handsome SUV with a sharp, angular design and a very premium-feeling interior. It's also very spacious, with plenty of room for passengers and luggage. The range is up to 316 miles, which is respectable, and it's available with all-wheel drive if you need it. But what really sets the Q4 e-tron apart is its interior. It's beautifully built with high-quality materials and a very intuitive infotainment system. It's a lovely place to be. The Audi Q4 e-tron starts at around 49,000 pounds. Coming in at number 2 is the Polestar 2. Now Polestar, they're a bit of a new kid on the block, aren't they? They're owned by Volvo, but they're run as a separate company. And they're making some very interesting cars. The Polestar 2 is their first all-electric car, and it's a very impressive bit of kit. It's got a minimalist Scandinavian design, both inside and out. It's not as in-your-face as some of the other cars on this list, but it's very stylish in its own way. It's also very good to drive. It's got a firm but comfortable ride, sharp handling, and plenty of power. And the range is up to 336 miles, which is very good. But what really sets the Polestar 2 apart is its technology. It's the first car in the world to feature Google's Android Automotive OS infotainment system, and it's brilliant. It's fast, responsive, and very easy to use. The Polestar 2 starts at around 47,000 pounds. And at number 1, we have the Mercedes-Benz EQB. Now Mercedes, they know a thing or two about luxury, don't they? They've been doing it for years. And the EQB is their latest attempt to crack the electric car market. And you know what? I think they've done it. The EQB is a fantastic all-rounder. It's stylish, luxurious, practical, and good to drive. What more could you ask for? It's like the Swiss Army knife of electric cars. It's got a spacious interior with plenty of room for passengers and luggage. The build quality is superb, as you'd expect from a Mercedes. And the technology is top-notch with a large touchscreen infotainment system, a digital instrument cluster, and all the latest driver assistance systems. The range is up to 300 miles, which is more than enough for most people's needs. And it's available with all-wheel drive if you need it. The Mercedes-Benz EQB starts at around 50,000 pounds. And there you have it, the top 10 EV cars in the UK for 2024. From luxurious saloons to practical family cars, there's an electric vehicle for everyone these days. Who'd have thought it, eh? It seems like just yesterday we were all terrified of running out of electricity in the middle of nowhere and being stranded. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content on the latest in automotive technology. We've got all sorts of things planned, from car reviews to wacky challenges. Thanks for watching.